hey, you're gonna look different. When we start going back to the law, statutes, and commandments, we look different. Hey, we shining. Hey, well, everybody else dull as hell. We shining, man. Hey, that's why they look at us like, man, there's something different about this. You see? Hey, now you got a whole demon across the street playing that devil worship music and shit, right? But if we was some Jakes out here beatboxing and shit like that, do you think he'd be over there? Hell no. He wouldn't be over there like that. See? Hey, that's Satan at work. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Satan at work. That's what they'll fuck. Hey, to be against us.
Psalm 83.
Right? Goes into our enemies. You know, when they be in these the summits, okay? Who are they plotting on? They're plotting on Jake, man. They're plotting on us, man, to destroy us as a people, man.
God. Verse 7, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yahweh.
Right, hey, because like they sacrifice to devils. This man's out. Hey, Christmas, they sacrifice to devils, man. You sacrifice to other gods, man. You see, we have holy days, man. You ask the average Jake, what's one of our holy days? They have no understanding. They have no clue.
Say Jesus' birthday, huh?
Right. Hey, at that time, let them tell it.
Shalom. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect that are doing this work in sincerity and in truth. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS Houston camp. And this is just going to be a quick testimony of what happened at the Friday camp. I've seen some other brothers. I've seen the elder Itazari make a video. I saw the brother Shemai Wan's video. And I'm not sure if any of the other brothers is going to make any, but it's been on my spirit, you know, just to do this. And pretty much, you know, Friday downtown. Well, before that, I usually get downtown a little early. You know, I'll go do a little walkabout or whatever. You know, I got places I like to stop by. I like to eat. You know, just but anyway, I just noticed there was an increased police presence that this Friday, and it was because they had a college championship game, college football game here in town, and I guess they're having it at the stadium. So there's going to be increased police presence whenever there's an event. But there were more towards the Minute Maid Park and the convention center, towards the east side of downtown. And that's just what I noticed before the camp started. You know, traffic was getting kind of backed up because of the buses were coming in from the athletes, you know, the coach buses or whatever they call them. But in camp, you know, this was towards the latter end of camp, about I think 20 minutes before we decided to end the camp, or before the officer Shemai Allah decided to end the camp. And this white utility truck pulled up. You know, it looks like a utility truck. It didn't have any company markings on it. I didn't get the license plate or anything like that, but you know, these things don't even fucking matter. But because, you know, if it's part of Esau's system, whatever, ain't nothing gonna happen with that. And one of the first things I noticed was, you know, this utility truck pulls up. All the windows are down. The guy's like sitting in his truck drinking something. Let me see. He's playing like this loud Christian music, and Lord willing, I put the video before the lesson, because he's playing this loud music. He gets out of his car. One of the things I noticed that he's changing hats. Like, he changed hats about 3 or 4 times. Like, he went from he pulled up in a trucker's hat, and then he changed into a beanie, Then he decided to change back into a trucker's hat and then back into a beanie and this other stuff. And he's pacing around. I seen that he had knee pads, but at first I'm like, okay, this guy might be because he pulled up in a utility truck. So it's like to where he pulled up in front of a restaurant, business or whatever, like a pizza place. So my first thought is, oh, okay, this guy. I mean, it's kind of weird, playing the music that fucking loud in front of the camp, but I mean, it's just weird. I mean, people driving downtown blasting music anyway, whatever music, but it's just never really heard anybody playing. That must have been the KSBJ or whatever, playing some like a choir Christian music. I don't know what that was. It was very creepy, thinking back on it. Like a guy had might have had a screw loose or something like that. Something. If you watch them old serial killer movies or whatever like that, where the guy's like a Christian obsessed with this stuff and he's listening to this kind of music. But anyway, not to go too far off, but it's just, seeing this guy pacing back and forth. He had this very bright flashlight, like super bright. Like that's I don't know how many lumens, but that was very. It had to be around 1,000 if you know what those things are. And then other brothers, they said they seen what looked like a barrel of a rifle on his chest. I noticed. I didn't actually see that, but from another angle that I seen what he was holding, it turned out he was holding a flashlight. But brothers like saw something else. So it could have been, he was pacing back and forth a lot. So he was picking stuff up, putting stuff down. So where brothers might have seen him, he might have had a long barrel rifle on him. When he came around the front side of the truck to where Shemai Allah and myself were, he was holding a flashlight once he came up to the other side of the truck. Which, he was going back and forth, getting in the truck, getting out of the truck, changing hats, taking drinks and stuff. He was doing that for a moment. I seen that he had a vest on. And at first, you look at it, you're like, what is that? And you see it. He's wearing like a tactical vest, and it had some kind of patch on the front. I didn't get a good look at it, but all that was very strange. After about the music was playing for a while, like about 10 minutes, it was on that same song, or might have changed songs. That was a long song, this Christmas carols. And then after that, the song changed into a like a low vibration. It reminds me of something from the Purge. Brothers had mentioned that too, that it sounded like some Purge music. Like it was like some low string vibration instrument along with some horns. And it just reminded me of something like, oh, this is what somebody would listen to before they're about to go to war or something like that, or before, they're about to make they're about to do something extreme. And that music also changed the mood. But for me and for brothers, or just for me, it was just, it felt very real. Like if Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai had not been with us, anything could have happened. And I thought it was, just strange that, like, okay, normally the spot where we're at, it's a new spot, but I've watched we've been out there for a little over a month maybe, and since we've been out there, I see the laws pass by, like almost like on an interval. They might pass by twice an hour or something like that. This day, it might have been only once, if at all. But just these things are very real, and we're out on the block. Like we're out here. We're out on the front lines. We're out teaching the gospel. were out heralding the coming of Yahushua. And, the Lord said that there would be, we had to prepare ourselves for this. Like, if there's going to be people that come up against us. There'll be scoffers. There'll be people that want to kill you. I mean, we read about it in the scriptures, so it shouldn't be anything new. But this is like, how do you say? Like, yeah, you can read about it in a book. You can read about it, but when you experience these things firsthand, and this wasn't even really anything, I think even earlier in that lesson, I had mentioned that the account with King David and I forget his name. I think it's Shimei, and when he came and cursed King David, and King David told one of his men that hey, the Lord told him to curse King David. Like, the Lord put it on him to do that. So the Lord put it on this guy to stand across the street, play this music, and try and be intimidating. And then after we left, the guy like follows around the block, whatnot, went down the street and stuff like that, and still pacing. He even changed garments again. Now when he went around the block, he wasn't wearing a hat anymore. He was wearing almost I don't know if it was a sweater, a hoodie kind of thing. But he had changed clothes again. So he's changed clothes about 3 or 4 times. But, that's pretty much it. Like, these things, these weirdos come out. But considering that this year is titled The Hopeful Year of Jacob's Trouble, we have to understand this. Hey, Jacob's Trouble isn't just a cakewalk. It isn't just we're here, skip a scene, kingdom. Like, no, we're going to have to go through stuff. We're going to have to see things happen. Like, we're going to have to experience things. There's going to be people trying to kill us. There's going to be guns firing, stuff exploding. Like, people dying next to you. People getting ate by wild animals. People getting ate by domesticated animals. Death all around. Concentration camps. Disease, the smell of dead bodies, like all these things we're going to experience. Some of us are even going to die, but we'll be raised back up. But this was just, how do you say, like a precursor? Or just put it simpler, like a sign that, hey, shit's about to get real. All the bullshit that you've been hanging on to or doing or putting off, hey, shit's about to get real. You're not going to have a home to return to, where you say, all right, I can just lock my door. That's it. Like, nah, it's not going to be. It's not going to be that way. Because shit's about to get real, like in your face. The stuff that these people in these other countries have to go through, that are getting bombed, that are getting massacred right now, that are going through their shit. Hey, we're gonna have to. It's gonna come over here. But the difference is that we have the protection of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and the angels encamped around us. So. Matter of fact, I'm just going to get into the scriptures. I only had a few. Since I'm on this one, this is Psalms 34, and I'll start at the first verse. This is Psalms 34, verse 1. I will bless Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Hey, like the scripture says, pray without ceasing. In all things, when we go out, pray for safe travels. Pray over your food. Pray when you think about it. Like sometimes, like I'll pray, like, hey, Yahweh Shai, please have mercy on me. Just something that simple. And I do that frequently. But continuing on, my soul shall make her boast in Yahweh. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. O magnify Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai with me. Let us exalt his name together. I sought Yahweh, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. Hey, and we're of the elect. Hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to hear our prayers, and he's going to deliver us. We're going to be delivered out of these temptations. And if not, hey, we'll be in the kingdom. We'll still make it through on the other side. They looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. Shoot, wow, who was ever confounded? I think I misquoted that. Let me see here. Let me see. I'll just come back to this. Hey, Slakia, I'm just looking for this precept. I might have misquoted it. Okay. The water, Yabashmi Yoshai. Hey, I had to scroll all the way down. But this is Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Hey, and the answer is no, and no one. None of the elect. Continuing on. The poor man cried, and Yahweh heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Salaki. The angel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. And that's the point. Hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, his angels were camped around us because it could have been some real evil that happened that day. And based off the other brothers' testimonies and the energy that I felt myself, hey, that dude, he wanted to do some evil to us, but he couldn't. And the water Yahweh Shemi Yahushai. This is 2 Timothy, just to note at the times that we're in and that we're entering into. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. And we're in the last days. Read Matthew 24. Read 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 16. It's going into all the things that are going to be happening in the last days. I think it's Jeremiah 30. Let me see here real quick. Jeremiah 30. And I'm going to come back to this because I just want to. It might be verse 7. It is verse 7. This is Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And Jacob's trouble, it's going to take over the whole world, but the elect of Jacob, the elect of Israel, are going to be saved out of it. Going back, I just wanted to get this word. Oh man. This word perilous in 2 Timothy 3:1. This is G5467 chalepos, and through the idea of reducing the strength, difficult, dangerous, a furious, fierce, hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, savage. These times are all those things. You're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to trust anybody except those that fear the Lord. And hey, if you think about that, I know there's other people that watch the Houston camp and whatnot, and there's other camps around, but in our camp, there's only maybe about 24, and the brothers on the other side. Like, considering that, we're all in the same accord, like, that's a very small number of people that you can trust. Like, you just can't go and trust anybody. Like, these people are going to be out of their mind. They're going to be bugging out. Like, you really can't trust anybody. But continuing on, and I'm going to wrap up pretty soon. This is 2nd Ezra 14, and I'll start at verse 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. So all these things. I got to pay my bills. I got to get caught up on this. I got to get caught up on that. I want to talk to this girl over there. Damn, my hairline is falling back. Damn, I wish I could be more assertive without going over the top. These things, like, they don't really matter in the times that are coming. Because just because you had a good credit score or whatever, it's not really going to make a fucking difference when motherfuckers going around blowing people's heads off, having you lined up. Verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. This is what we should be doing, is hastening to flee from the evil that's coming. Wherever we are, we know that there's going to be evil there, but hey, we're looking for the Lord to deliver us out of every instance. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Hey, and there's going to be great evil. Great evil. Like, this stuff is ramping up right now. 2024 just started off with that started off with a kick, It started off with the earthquake, plane caught on fire, so-called alien sightings in Miami, got tornadoes, the dang doors and seats flying off of airplanes, people bugging out. Once again, they've been hinting at the grid here in Texas that it might be a blackout this month. I mean, they've been hinting at that since the summer, since before that. But continuing on, this is Luke 12 and 22, and yeah, I might end it off on this one. And he said unto his disciples, this is Yahushua speaking, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life. And in this instant, you know, he's talking about food and raiment, but still, this still would apply. Take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither for the body, what ye shall put on. The life is more than meat, the body is more than raiment. So in that, like, hey, we have, the Lord is going to take care of us. Like, there is no amount of physical armor or anything that we can do for ourselves. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn, but Yahweh feedeth them. How much more are we better than the fowls? And we're much better. If we're which we say we're the hopeful elect, but if we're of the elect, hey, we're far more in value than ravens. Far, you can't even, the value can't even be compiled, you know. And which of you, with taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit? And nobody can do that. If ye then be not able to do that thing which is least, why take ye thought for the rest? Hey, I can't change my height. I can't do anything. But hey, I know what I can do. I can trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So, hey, with that, I'm gonna say, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rachak. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, the elect, and their families. Hey, Shalom.